Ladies and gentlemen, life is not just about what we do on the outside, but about the energy we carry on the inside. Every thought, every emotion, every word, and every action has a frequency, a vibration, that radiates into the world around us. Your frequency is like a magnet. It pulls in people, opportunities, and experiences that match it. If your frequency is low, filled with fear, anger, or doubt, you will attract situations that mirror those energies. But if your frequency is high, filled with gratitude, love, purpose, you will align yourself with blessings, abundance, and peace. The truth is your frequency determines your life. If you don't like the life you are living right now, change your frequency. If you want more joy, more love, more success, you must rise above the vibrations of negativity and start living in a higher state of being. The very first and most important step in raising your frequency is becoming deeply aware of your own energy. You see, energy is not just some abstract concept. It is the essence of who you are, and it radiates from you every single moment of your life. Whether you realize it or not, you are broadcasting a vibration into the universe, and that vibration is shaping your experiences, relationships, opportunities. Think of yourself as a walking radio station. The frequency you are tuned into determines the music you hear, the messages you receive, and the audience you attract. If you are tuned into the frequency of fear, you will constantly attract situations that make you afraid. If you are tuned into anger, you will continuously encounter circumstances that fuel more anger. But if you are tuned into love, peace, and gratitude, life reflects those vibrations back to you in ways that feel almost miraculous. The problem is most people are unaware of their own frequency. They go through life reacting rather than reflecting. They allow emotions to control them instead of mastering their emotions. Think negative thoughts all day long without realizing that those very thoughts are lowering their vibration and pulling more negativity into their lives. Awareness changes everything. When you become aware of your energy, you shift from unconscious living to conscious creation. You begin to notice the subtle signals, your emotions, your body language, your words, your tone, even your breathing. For example, running through the park, have you noticed how heavy your body feels when you're angry? That heaviness is your frequency dropping. Have you noticed how light your body feels when you laugh or when someone compliments you? That lightness is your frequency rising. Asking yourself throughout the day, what energy am I radiating right now? Am I carrying peace or tension? Am I spreading love or judgment? Would I want to attract the same energy I'm currently giving out? Awareness is like turning on the light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see where you are and choose where you want to go. Without awareness, you are like a driver asleep at the wheel, heading for a crash without even realizing it. With awareness, you become the conscious driver of your destiny. Practical ways to build awareness of your energy: running through the park, mindful pauses, take a few deep breaths during stressful moments and check in with your body and emotions. Journaling your feelings, write down what you feel throughout the day. You'll start to see patterns that reveal your dominant frequency. Running through mirror, reflection, look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what am I radiating to the world today? Feedback from others, notice how people react to you. Are they uplifted or do they feel drained? Reactions mirror your energy. The more aware you become, the more power you gain. Because once you notice your energy, you can shift it. You can choose to release the negativity, breathe in peace, and raise your frequency intentionally. Awareness gives you back control over your life. Remember this truth: you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Awareness is the gateway to transformation. When you truly understand the power of your frequency, you will never again allow yourself to live unconsciously. You will rise, you will choose, and you will radiate energy that aligns with the life you want. If awareness is the first step in raising your frequency, then gratitude is the rocket fuel that launches your vibration into higher realms. Gratitude is not just saying thank you when something good happens. It is a state of being, a frequency in itself. It is one of the most powerful vibrational forces in existence, because when you are truly grateful, you cannot simultaneously feel fear, anger, jealousy, or lack. Gratitude and negativity cannot coexist. Gratitude dissolves lower energies the way light dissolves darkness. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who is genuinely grateful for life? They radiate warmth, peace, and positivity. They may not have everything, but they carry themselves with an energy that feels abundant. Why? Because gratitude shifts focus. It moves your attention from what is missing to what is present, from scarcity to abundance, from complaining to celebrating. The human mind is naturally wired to notice problems. It's a survival mechanism. Our ancestors had to scan for danger in order to live. In modern life, this wiring causes us to focus on what's wrong: the bills, the struggles, the mistakes, the delays. And the more we focus on what's wrong, the more we attract situations that reflect that same low frequency. Gratitude breaks that cycle. When you deliberately choose to see what is right, what is working, what is beautiful, you instantly elevate your vibration. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and instead of complaining, you whisper, "Thank you for this new day. Thank you for my health. Thank you for another chance to grow." That small shift already places you on a higher frequency. Science even backs this up. These in neuroscience show that practicing gratitude rewires the brain, releasing feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, strengthens your immune system, reduces stress, and increases overall happiness. In simple words, gratitude doesn't just raise your frequency, it transforms your mind and body. But here's the deeper truth. Gratitude is not just about thanking life for what you already have. It is also about trusting life for what is yet to come. When you practice gratitude in advance, thanking the universe for blessings you haven't even received yet, you activate a powerful law of attraction. You tell the universe, "I believe it is already mine," and that belief raises your frequency so high that what you seek begins to seek you. Practical ways to use gratitude to raise your frequency. Daily gratitude journal. Write down at least 3 things you are grateful for every morning or night. They don't have to be big. It could be as simple as clean water, a smile from a stranger, or the breath in your lungs. Gratitude in conversations. Instead of gossiping or complaining, share something you're thankful for. Gratitude expressed aloud multiplies its power. Gratitude in difficult times. This is where real mastery begins. Can you find gratitude even in challenges? Can you say, "I am thankful for this lesson, for this growth, for this test"? Gratitude in hard times raises your frequency beyond measure. Visualize with gratitude. Close your eyes and imagine your goals as if they are already achieved. Feel the gratitude in your heart as though it is real now. That emotion creates an energetic blueprint for your future. Remember, abundance is not about having more, it is about seeing more. The richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who is most grateful. Gratitude unlocks joy in the present moment while simultaneously attracting greater blessings for the future. My friends, never underestimate the frequency of gratitude. It is the key that opens doors you didn't even know were locked. When you live in gratitude, you align with the highest vibrations of the universe: love, peace, and abundance. And in that alignment, miracles are not exceptions. They become a natural part of your life. Your mind is like the control tower of your life. Whatever you allow inside it becomes the foundation of your frequency, and your frequency shapes your reality. This is why one of the most crucial steps in raising your vibration is learning how to guard your mind against negativity. Negativity is everywhere. It's in the news headlines designed to keep you fearful, in the gossip conversations that drain your spirit, in the doubts that whisper inside your head, and even in the toxic environments you unconsciously adapt to. If you are not vigilant, negativity will slip into your mind unnoticed, slowly lowering your frequency day by day until you no longer recognize the joyful, peaceful, powerful version of yourself. Think of your mind as a garden. If you allow weeds to grow unchecked, they will suffocate the flowers. In the same way, if you let negative thoughts and influences enter your mind freely, they will choke out your peace, joy, and confidence. If you guard that garden, if you water it daily with positivity, pull out the weeds of doubt, and protect it from toxic energy, you will see your life blossom. The problem is, many people underestimate the power of what they consume mentally. They feed their minds with hours of violent media, endless social media comparison, constant negative self-talk, and conversations filled with judgment or gossip. Then they wonder why they feel heavy, anxious, or drained. Your mind is like your body. It becomes what you feed it. Feed it negativity, and your frequency drops. Feed it positivity, and your frequency rises. Guarding your mind does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing which reality you want to magnify. Negativity will always exist. You don't have to invite it into your mental home. You can acknowledge it without absorbing it. You can notice it without nurturing it. You can choose what thoughts and influences deserve space in your sacred mind. Here's how to practically guard your mind. Limit negative media consumption. Be mindful of what you watch, listen to, and scroll through. If something leaves you feeling drained, fearful, angry, it is lowering your vibration. Protect your mental space by cutting down on toxic media. Challenge negative self-talk. The most dangerous negativity is not outside of you, but inside of you. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not enough, I'll never succeed, I always fail," pause and challenge it. Place it with empowering truths. I am growing, I am learning, I am worthy. Choose your circle wisely. Energy is contagious. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, criticize, or gossip, their energy will infect your mind. Surround yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to grow. Practice mental detox. Just as your body needs cleansing, so does your mind. Spend time in silence, meditation, or journaling to release the buildup of negative energy. Quiet mind is less vulnerable to negativity. Use affirmations and visualization. Fill your mind deliberately with thoughts of power, abundance, love, and success. Speak affirmations daily and visualize the life you want. These practices act as shields against negativity. Remember, your mind is the gateway to your energy. If you don't guard it, others will plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation inside it. Whatever you allow to grow in your mind will eventually manifest in your reality. Negativity is like a thief. It sneaks in silently and steals your peace, your hope, and your power. But you are the guardian of your mental temple. No one else can protect it for you. You must decide what you allow in and what you shut out. Great spiritual teachers and philosophers all understood this truth. As a man thinketh, so is he. Your thoughts shape your frequency, and your frequency shapes your destiny. Guard your mind as though your entire life depends on it, because it does. No matter how strong your inner energy is, your environment plays a massive role in shaping your frequency. You can be full of positivity, determination, and love, but if you constantly live in a toxic, draining environment, your vibration will inevitably sink. Just like a flower cannot bloom in polluted soil, your spirit cannot thrive in an environment that poisons your energy. Your environment is not just where you live, It is everything that surrounds you. It includes the people you spend time with, the places you go, the conversations you have, the music you listen to, the shows you watch, the spaces you work in, and even the colors, sounds, and energy of your home. All of these elements either lift your vibration or lower it. Think about it when you walk into a cluttered, messy room, running through the park. Don't you instantly feel heavy or irritated? That's not just your imagination, it's your energy reacting to the chaos around you. On the other hand, when you step into a peaceful place like nature, a clean space or a room filled with light, you feel calm, refreshed, and recharged. This is the power of environment. It programs your energy without you even noticing. And it's not just physical spaces. It's also the people you allow around you. Have you ever noticed how spending an hour with a complainer can drain you, but spending 10 minutes with someone joyful can uplift you? That's frequency exchange. People are like tuning forks. When you're around someone, their vibration naturally influences yours. If you surround yourself with low-frequency individuals, those who gossip, criticize, or constantly dwell on problems, your frequency lowers to match theirs. If you surround yourself with high-frequency people, those who dream big, encourage you, speak life into you, you rise with them. This is why being mindful of your environment is not optional, it is essential. If you truly want to raise your vibration and create a life of abundance, peace, and joy, you must curate an environment that supports it. Running through the park, here are some practical ways to transform your environment into one that elevates your frequency. Clutter your space. Physical clutter creates mental clutter. Clean your home, workspace, or bedroom. Create a space that feels light and open. Clear environment clears the mind and raises your energy. Add positive energy triggers. Surround yourself with objects, quotes, colors, or music that inspire and uplift you. Even a simple plant, a motivational phrase on your wall, or calming sounds can shift your frequency. Choose your circle wisely. Audit your relationships. Ask yourself, do these people lift me or drain me? If someone constantly pulls you down, distance yourself. Energy is contagious, and you cannot rise in an environment that keeps you stuck. Nature vibrates at one of the highest frequencies. The ocean, mountains, forests, or even a small garden can restore your energy. Take walks, breathe fresh air, and let the earth recharge you. Limit toxic inputs. What you watch, read, and listen to is part of your environment too. Replace negative, violent, or depressing content with books, music, and shows that inspire growth and joy. Create sacred spaces. Dedicate one area in your home for peace and reflection. It could be a meditation corner, a prayer space, or just a chair by the window where you sit in silence. This environment becomes your sanctuary for raising your vibration. Remember, your environment is not neutral. It's either helping you rise or pulling you down. It's like a silent partner in your life's journey. The more you align your surroundings with your highest self, the easier it becomes to maintain a high frequency. If you are serious about changing your life, don't just change your habits, change your environment. Because no matter how much willpower you have, if you are constantly surrounded by negativity, clutter, chaos, or toxic energy, your frequency will eventually match it. But if you intentionally build an environment of peace, inspiration, and positivity, your frequency will rise naturally and effortlessly. As the saying goes, you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Sometimes your next level of life requires you to step out of the old environment completely and create one that reflects the energy you want to live in. Your frequency is not just about who you are on the inside, it's also about the environment you allow on the outside. Protect it, nurture it, and align it with your vision, because your environment is either the cage that keeps you stuck or the wind beneath your wings that helps you soar. There is one thing that lowers human frequency more than almost anything else. It is the heavy weight of unforgiveness and emotional baggage. Many people walk through life carrying the invisible chains of resentment, anger, guilt, regret, and bitterness. These emotions do not just live in the mind. They seep into the body, the heart, and the spirit. They drain energy, cloud judgment, poison relationships, and keep you stuck in cycles of pain. Forgiveness, therefore, is not just a moral principle. It is a vibrational necessity. To raise your frequency, you must release the energies that hold you down. You cannot soar while clinging to weights. You cannot move into a higher vibration while holding grudges from the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing what someone did running through the park. It is not about pretending that pain didn't happen. It is about choosing not to let that pain continue to control your energy, your peace, and your destiny. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with heavy rocks everywhere you go. Each rock represents an offense, a betrayal, disappointment, a painful memory. At first, you may feel you are strong enough to carry it, but over time, the weight becomes unbearable. Your back aches, your steps slow down, your energy drains. That is exactly what holding on to unforgiveness does to your spirit. Forgiveness is the act of opening that backpack and letting the rocks fall out one by one. The lighter you become, the higher you can rise. Forgiveness is not only about others, it is also about yourself. So many people live with deep self-blame and guilt for past mistakes, replay moments of failure over and over again, keeping themselves stuck in a low vibration of shame. But here is the truth: cannot grow if you keep punishing yourself for who you were yesterday. Self-forgiveness is an act of self-love, an acknowledgement that you are human, that you are learning, and that you deserve peace. Forgiveness is freedom. When you forgive, you are not saying, "What they did was right." You are saying, "I choose to no longer let what they did control me." You are saying, "My peace is more important than my pain." You are saying, "I release this energy so I can vibrate higher." Letting go works hand in hand with forgiveness. Sometimes, very things lowering your frequency are the things you are desperately clinging to. A relationship that has expired, a friendship that no longer aligns, a job that drains your spirit, a habit that keeps you small. You know it is hurting you. You hold on because of fear, fear of change, fear of being alone, fear of starting over. Yet life will always whisper, "Let it go." Because holding on to what no longer serves you blocks what is trying to reach you. The moment you let go, you create space for healing, space for growth, space for new opportunities, space for love, abundance, and peace. The universe cannot fill your hands if they are clenched tightly around what is meant to be released. Practical steps for forgiveness and letting go. Write a release letter. Write down everything you feel toward the person or situation that hurt you. Pour out the pain, the anger, then release it. Burn the paper, tear it up, or bury it. Symbolically let it go. Practice empathy. Try to see the person not as a villain, but as a human being broken in their own way. This doesn't excuse them. It softens your heart enough to release the bitterness. Affirm your freedom. Speak it aloud. I forgive because I deserve peace. I let go because I deserve freedom. I release this energy because I am ready to rise higher. Forgive yourself daily. Replace self-condemnation with self-compassion. Remind yourself that every mistake was a lesson that brought you to this moment of growth. Detach from the past. Stop revisiting old stories that keep you stuck. What's done is done. The past is a teacher, not a prison. When you practice forgiveness and letting go, you will feel your frequency shift instantly. It is like removing a dark cloud that has been covering your light. Suddenly, you breathe easier. Your body feels lighter. Your mind becomes clear. Your heart opens to love again. Remember, forgiveness is not weakness. Letting go is not losing. They are acts of ultimate strength and wisdom. They mean you love yourself enough to no longer let negativity have power over your life. If you want to raise your vibration and step into a life of abundance, peace, and joy, you must release the old weights, forgive, let go, and rise. One of the most profound ways to raise your frequency is to align your life with purpose and passion. You see, nothing drains a person's energy more than living without meaning. When you wake up each day with no sense of direction, doing things that do not ignite your soul, it feels like carrying a weight that slowly lowers your vibration. When you live with purpose, when you know why you are here, what you are meant to do, what sets your heart on fire, your frequency skyrockets. Purpose is the compass of your soul. Passion is the fuel. Together, they create a life that not only raises your vibration but also radiates light to everyone around you. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone deeply passionate about their work, their art, their mission, or their service? They glow. Energy is contagious. They inspire others without even trying. Why? Because when you are aligned with your purpose, you are operating at your highest frequency. You are in harmony with the flow of the universe. The opposite is also true. If you spend your days in situations that drain your soul, whether it's a job you hate, relationships that suffocate you, or routines that keep you numb, you live at a lower vibration. Ronnie Park, it doesn't matter how much money you make or how much success you appear to have on the outside. If your life lacks meaning, your frequency will always feel heavy and unfulfilled. But here's the beautiful truth: your purpose doesn't have to be something grand or famous. It doesn't always mean building an empire or becoming a world leader. Purpose can be raising a loving family, spreading kindness, teaching, healing, creating, or simply making the world around you brighter. Purpose is about impact, not recognition. It is about living in a way that resonates with your soul and serves others in some way. Your passion is the clue to your purpose. Things that light you up, that make time disappear, that bring you joy even when no one is watching. Those are signals. They are guiding arrows pointing you toward your higher calling. The universe plants passion in your heart as a compass. Ignore it, and you lower your vibration. Follow it, and you rise into alignment. Here's how purpose and passion raise your frequency. They create flow. When you live with passion, work no longer feels like work. You enter states of flow where your energy expands instead of drains. This is a high frequency state. They inspire resilience. Challenges will come, but when you are aligned with purpose, you have strength to endure because you know why you are fighting. That sense of meaning keeps your vibration steady. They attract abundance. The universe supports those who live in alignment. Opportunities, resources, and connections flow to people who radiate purposeful energy. They bring fulfillment. Money, status, and possessions may give temporary joy. Only purpose brings deep fulfillment. And fulfillment is a high frequency state that nothing external can take away. Practical ways to align with your purpose and passion. Ask yourself deep questions. What do I love doing? What impact do I want to leave? What would I do even if I wasn't paid for it? The answers reveal your passions. Experiment with action. Sometimes purpose is not discovered in thought but in action. Try new things, volunteer, create, explore. Passion often reveals itself through doing. Notice what drains this, what energizes you. Your soul knows. If something feels heavy, may not be your path. If something makes you feel alive, it's likely connected to your purpose. Follow joy, not just obligation. Too many people live lives dictated by should. They do what is expected, not what they love. True alignment comes when you prioritize what brings life to your spirit. Serve others. Purpose is almost always connected to service. Ask, how can my passion help others? When you combine passion with service, you find true alignment. Understand this: when you live with purpose, you become unstoppable. You no longer wake up dreading the day. You rise with energy and excitement. You no longer settle for survival. You live in creation. You no longer feel small. You feel connected to something greater than yourself. Purpose and passion raise your frequency because they connect you directly to the energy of creation itself. They make your life meaningful, run your actions impactful, and your spirit unshakable. So I ask you, are you living with passion? Are you aligned with your purpose? Or are you simply existing? Because life is too short to live at a low vibration. Find your purpose, follow your passion, and watch your frequency rise beyond limits. Raising your frequency is not a one-time decision. It is a daily commitment. Just like your physical body needs consistent exercise, nutrition, and rest to stay healthy, your energetic body also needs consistent care to remain at a high vibration. You cannot meditate once, forgive once, or feel grateful once and expect to stay in alignment forever. Energy is dynamic, not static, which means your vibration responds to your daily choices, habits, and practices. Think of your frequency like water in a glass. If you don't refill it every day with fresh, clean water, it becomes stagnant, dirty, and unfit to drink. Your energy works the same way. If you don't renew it daily, negativity from the world will creep in. Stress from work, pressure from relationships, fear from news, doubts from within. These lower your vibration unless you deliberately cleanse, recharge, and elevate your frequency every day. Good news is that you don't need grand rituals or complicated routines to do this. Small, intentional daily practices create powerful shifts. As brushing your teeth daily prevents decay, raising your vibration daily prevents spiritual and emotional decay. Over time, these consistent habits completely transform your frequency, and by extension, your entire life. Here are some powerful daily practices to elevate your frequency. 1. Morning alignment. How you start your day sets the tone for your vibration. Instead of grabbing your phone and being flooded with negativity, begin with intention. Breathe deeply. Express gratitude. Pray or meditate. Visualize the kind of energy you want to carry into the day. Even 5 minutes of conscious alignment in the morning can shift your entire frequency upward. 2. Meditation and stillness. The mind is like a noisy machine, constantly producing thoughts, many of them negative or repetitive. Meditation silences the noise and connects you back to your inner self. When you quiet the mind, you raise your vibration. Even a short practice of sitting in stillness, focusing on your breath, or repeating affirmations can cleanse your energy field from stress and negativity. 3. Movement and exercise. Your body is an energy vessel. When you move it, stretch it, or exercise it, energy begins to flow freely. Stagnant bodies create stagnant energy. Dancing, yoga, walking, or any physical activity that you enjoy helps release blocked energy and instantly raises your frequency. 4. Conscious breathing. Breath is life, and yet most people breathe shallowly without awareness. Conscious deep breathing oxygenates your cells, calms your nervous system, and clears negative energy. A few minutes of deep intentional breathing throughout the day resets your frequency instantly. 5. Gratitude practice. As already shared, gratitude is a vibrational elevator. It's not enough to think about it once in a while. You must practice it daily. Keep a gratitude journal. Speak gratitude aloud. Even in small moments, whisper, "Thank you." This daily practice keeps your frequency anchored in abundance rather than lack. 6. Nature connection. Nature vibrates at a pure and healing frequency. Spending time outdoors, walking barefoot on grass, listening to birds, feeling the wind, realigns your energy with the natural rhythms of the earth. Make it a daily practice. even if it's only a few minutes of sunlight or fresh air. 7. Nourishment through food and water. What you consume affects your vibration. Fresh, natural foods carry higher frequencies than processed, artificial ones. Water is also a powerful conductor of energy. When you drink consciously, even blessing or thanking your water before sipping, you infuse it with higher vibrations. Daily nourishment directly shapes your energy. 8. Positive input. Your mind needs daily feeding too. Read uplifting books. Listen to inspiring talks. Surround yourself with music that uplifts. Place idle scrolling with conscious content consumption. What you input daily is what your mind will radiate back. 9. Evening release rituals. Just as mornings are about setting your vibration, evenings are about cleansing it. Before sleep, reflect on your day. Release any tension, anger, or worries. Forgive yourself and others. Meditate, journal, or simply affirm, I let go of all negativity. I rest in peace and love. This practice prevents heavy energy from following you into the next day. 10. Acts of love and kindness. One of the simplest and most powerful daily practices is to give love. Smile at someone, help a stranger, encourage a friend, or speak kind words. Acts of kindness raise both your frequency and theirs. Love is the highest vibration of all, and giving it daily ensures you stay aligned with it. My friends, life is not random. It is not simply about luck, chance, or coincidence. Life responds to your energy, to your frequency. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take, it all vibrates. Those vibrations are constantly calling back experiences, people, and opportunities that match them. If you live in fear, anger, or doubt, you will attract situations that mirror those vibrations. But if you live in gratitude, love, forgiveness, and purpose, you will align yourself with blessings, peace, and abundance. We have explored 7 powerful keys today: awareness of your energy, the power of gratitude, guarding your mind against negativity, shaping your environment, practicing forgiveness and letting go, aligning with purpose and passion, and committing to daily practices that elevate your vibration. Together, these are not just principles, they are a roadmap to transformation. Your frequency determines your life. And here is the greatest truth: you are not stuck with your current frequency. You can raise it. You can shift it. You can change it right now, running through the park. So I challenge you, don't wait for life to force you into change. Don't wait for pain to become unbearable before you decide to rise. Begin today. Begin with one thought, one act of gratitude, one moment of forgiveness, one small daily habit. Each step lifts you higher, because when you raise your frequency, you don't just change your mood, you change your reality. You don't just improve your day, you transform your destiny. So tune your life to the frequency of love, gratitude, purpose, and joy, and watch how the world begins to dance in harmony with you. Remember this: your frequency is your future. Raise it now, and the life you dream of will rise to meet you.